Hello, it's Phil Thatch here at home in the middle of COVID-19, and I'm not a portrait photographer, and if I am a portrait photographer, I'm a natural light portrait photographer, which is, when you say you're a natural light photographer, that's another way of saying you really don't know how to do flash really well. So anyway, I got the idea today while I was at work, because I'm essential, so I still have to go to my regular job, that I would come home and play around with flashes. So it took a while to charge up 8 AA batteries, but I've got my SB-700 old Nikon flash here, and this is, I'm not sure how you say it, Yongnuo, or however you pronounce that inexpensive wireless receiver. And I have the, this is my Z50. I'll tell you how little I use flash. My Z6 took a fall and it damaged the hot shoe, so flash doesn't work with it. And tonight is the first time since that happened months ago that I thought, gosh, I would like to use my Z6 for this, but seeing as how the flash area is damaged on it, I'm using my Z50. So I've got the Z50 and the, I don't know how you pronounce that, Yongnu, however you pronounce that, transmitter here, and I've got the 50mm f1.8G and the FTZ adapter. Let's see, we fiddled around with it for a while. I'm at 1/200th of a second, which is the fastest shutter speed that the Z50 will sync flashes. I've got this 1.8 lens at f2.8, ISO 100, and I've got this flashing into this umbrella, which is, you probably can't see it from there, but it's all silver on the inside, and it reflects the light back onto my subject, which has been Heather and Casey, and actually Heather took a picture or two of me in this chair. Okay, so Heather's back in the hot seat, as it were, and I'm trying to, and maybe you flash photography geniuses can help me. My problem I've been having is I can't get the curtains to completely go black without blowing Heather out with the flash. But I'm pretty close. I mean, and the pictures look good. I just wish it was completely black behind her. But I've got the flash at 1/8 power, and because the light in here is pretty low. Actually, I'm going to turn this light off. Because the light in here is pretty low, the face detect autofocus is not working that great. So I'm doing single point on Heather's eye, and bingo. Just like that, and then of course I have to chimp, and it looks kind of cool. Kind of a cool shot. Because of the low light, I've missed focus a few times. That one's dead on though. And I've got the flash is kind of a little bit above Heather and pointing at her at maybe a 45-degree angle. I think that's called Rembrandt. So you get bright light on this side of Heather's face, and you can see lots of detail in Heather's cheekbones and such on this side. So that's what we've been doing, and fooled around with it for probably 30 minutes or so, trying to get something close to a cheap homemade portrait studio, and we'll look at the results here in a little bit and see what they look like. Okay, so just a couple of quick updates. Once I got all the photos that I made while I was putting this video together, once I got them into Lightroom, this blue curtain that I thought was showing up in the pictures really wasn't. When I looked in the EVF of the Z50, you could see the blue curtain just slightly. When I looked at the pictures on the screen on the back of the Z50, you really couldn't see them. And it must be because the EVF on the Z50 is so bright that it made it look like these curtains were going to be a problem in my photos, but really they don't show up at all, as you'll see in a moment. And normally when I put a video together, I take the time to put the settings at the bottom of every single picture, and it's really time consuming. And I'm not going to do it on this particular video because the settings are exactly the same on every photo I'll be showing you. Every one of them is with the f-mount 50mm f1.8G at ISO 100 and 1/200th of a second and f2.8. So the exact same settings on all of them. And oh, and the flash is at 1/8 power. All right, well here is the first portrait, and you can see how when the single flash coming at a 45-degree angle kind of makes a dramatic look to your subject. And I decided that I liked all of these in both the color version and the black and white version, so I'm sharing them both with you. Next up is the photograph that Heather made of me as I came home from work and just took my work shirt off and did this whole video wearing an undershirt like a big dummy, but I don't care. Anyway, here's the black and white version of that shot, and it even makes my old face have a little bit of drama. Next up here is my daughter Casey. She had been hanging out with her friends doing internet connectivity, and she took a little bit of time off of that and came and hang out with us to make a portrait or two. And here is the black and white version of the photograph of Casey. Now let's add another family member. Now you have to hold her up by your head.
Oh, I don't know how much she will like that.
Well, you don't have to do it real long. Go.
Oh, okay.
She's just looking at the flash. She's mesmerized by the flash. Hey, cat, look over here. Well, that was really something. Oh, one is pretty good, I think. I think I actually, on this one, I think I actually missed focus on you
And got it on the
and
cat?
got the cat. I don't know, some of the ones where she's looking at the flash are kind of cool. All right, so
Are we still recording?
pet photography for you. And there is Heather and our cat Ruby. And this is the shot that I made after I made the weird squeaking noise and got the cat to kind of look in my direction instead of looking just right at the flash. And here's the black and white version of it. And now we'll see if Casey wants to have a picture with the cat. Kitty cat. Kitty cat's not mesmerized by the flash anymore. Oh. Hello, kitty cat. Hello, kitty cat. Oh, she's purring. Okay. See if you can get her head on about the same plane as your head, like back there or something.
Yeah, that's how I do it.
There you go. Now you're talking. Okay, kitty and daughter. Good job. And this one is probably the most dramatic looking shot of the whole bunch. And I think the kitty cat is in focus and Casey's just barely out of focus, but it's not so much that you really even notice it. And here is the black and white version of it. I kind of like this portrait photography a little bit. Okay, thanks for watching this video from, what day is this? This is March 31st.
Yeah.
And I am still working and still playing with my camera and trying to get better at all sorts of types of photography, including, reluctantly, flash photography. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye.